Sound check. Audio check. Sound check. Audio check. Sound check. Testing the microphone. Audio check. Kindly give me in the comment section if the audio is okay, if the sound is okay. Right. We appreciate you so much. Audio sound. It is okay. We apologize. There is too much noise in the background, but of course the DJ is being talked to reduce the volume so that we can give you live commentary. All right. All right. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in. It, of course, this is Tuesday, the 12th of May, where we are having a rematch between Dr. Romeo audio check, sound check. This is race to 11 where we're having a rematch, of course, between Dr. Romeo and, of course, Mr. ONEK. It is already the 7th game that we are having right now, and, of course, the frame that have been won, 5 of them in a row, is for Dr. Romeo, and Alfred is having only 1. It is race to 11, it is a rematch, and of course, the pot is 200,000 Uganda shillings, for which the winner is going to have a bragging right and move with it. Remember, in the first leg that they had, the 2 had, it was won convincingly by... These are not the program I have to do with record. No, not doing At Club Protect, it is where we are giving you the live commentary, where we're giving you the live action, where Mr. ONEK is on the frame. Game number 7 in the race to 11, where the pot is 200,000 Uganda shillings. It is at the same time a rematch taking place between Dr. Romeo and Dr. ONEK. We are located at Montponyo, where the live action is taking place and where we are giving you the commentary. Now, game number 6. Romeo is playing yellow, meanwhile ONEK is playing red. ONEK is away, Romeo is at home, and now he wants to take on him, and just that he can redeem himself and win the money that have just been won just some few days by the guy who is stressing himself on the board. Shaking is not finding his form, but of course at one point he may redeem himself. One thing you should know in this game is anything can still happen. Mr. ONEK aims for the simplest pot ever in the corner pocket, which is bottom of the screen, and pot with an ace. Looking at the whole of his balls, which are almost set, and black is also set. Now, if he can clear these 5 of the red balls on the cushions or on the table, now you can see the level of play which he's trying to take. I wonder which of the balls which is not all that convincing to him. Either black is not free with it, and he still wants Dr. Romeo to set it out for him. It is a battle of doctors on the table. Anyone who wins will walk away with the money and as well have a bragging right. Remember, anything is possible out of this race here. They can still call for another rematch. The first game was played at WII-LAM, where Mr. ONEK won convincingly, 11 frames to 4. Now here, are we going to have a repeat of the same score, which is going to take place at Vortex? It is still a question that we are all asking ourselves. Who is queuing well today? Remember, this is a Pro Super League table that they're playing on, and anything is possible. Anything is possible. Thank you very much, those ones who are watching us live today. We are located at Monbuja, where we give you the live actions. My name is Daniel, behind the microphone, giving you the commentary from the start until the end. Please don't run away from your screen because you're going to enjoy a lot from this table. Now, there are only 3 of the red balls on the cushion or on the table, which ONEK is only supposed to manipulate the cue ball so well, and then they can run away with this score here, just that they can draw closer to have a score of 2 to 5. Because this is a race to 11 where they're playing. He had the successful bank shots, and cue ball came, I think, as he anticipated it. But of course, none of the ball is having a free pot at any of the points. So what is he going to do from this point in time? And of course, he can still have another bank shots here because the path of the red balls are not successful. He plays simply just wanted to have the cue balls as close as possible to the cushions, but his actions do not materialize. And that is why Dr. Romeo is invited back on the table. Now Romeo is on. He has yellow balls, almost all are in spaces. Drawing the cue ball so far to the top corner right of the cushions, where he has 2 of his yellow balls on, and putting them one with a time, and fails to put that one there, inviting Mr. ONEK. Come on. He intends to have the umpire as well clean the table, aiming for only of those 2 red balls. Now at the moment, what he's trying to do is have his ball set. Just that if chances are given to him, if opportunity knocks on the ones, you can clear them and have black potted in the bottom left of the screen, which is close to your screen as well, the one who is watching. So Romeo aiming to take the lead further and go far to have at least spot the 6 ball, the 6 black. Now coming defensive. If he puts, he will open the corner pocket, but if he doesn't put, he will snooker, total snooker. One thing in his mind, he at least want to run with this score. And that is why Alfred is trying to search off cushions, failing to get it, giving folds. 2 shots, Dr. Romeo, to redeem himself. Still, continue further and extend his lead. He is ignored to the umpire because he wants to have a cue ball in hand. What does he want to do? He is supposed to check, as well check if the cushions is okay, if the cue ball can still be manipulated with only 3 of the yellow balls on the table. Remember, you can have a connections of that yellow balls. Is it successful? It is successful. It is still successful. Sorry, we apologize. The umpire is blocking your view. The umpire was blocking your view. We apologize for that. All right, taking it one at a time, and of course it is 1 shot. But then one thing in his mind is now the path of the black ball, or the path of the black or the 8th ball is totally covered. So the player who is totally in control, I think it is the player who has the yellow balls. But remember, all the yellow balls are clearable, as well as the red balls are as well clearable. And at the same time, he can play and have at least a double pot of the black ball with the yellow ball as well in the bottom corner of the cushions left, close to your table. Now, what does he want to do at this point in time? All right. Now he can play skill shots here and then open up the corner pocket, which has at least a yellow ball, which is covering. Now Alfred to him. Now he simply plays only to pot the ball. Now he doesn't want to play any skill shots here. Now what does he want to do here? He plays simply. Luck was not by his side. Luck is not by his side. Now falling at the wrong time. Doctor is invited on the table with a 2 shot, signaling to the umpire because he needs the cue ball in his hand. And then the simple roll of that ball into the corner, top right of the corner. And then the pot of the ball, which is close to your screen, can guarantee him a cue ball which is as good as possible, as the word good can be, to put the black ball in the center pocket right of the table. He rolls it 1 at a time. Now shakes his head in disbelief. He still wants to do it one more time. Romeo with still another chance. Plays simply and cuts. Now remember, a simple roll of this ball here into the corner pocket, which is bottom of the screen, as well closest to you. Can have the natural movement of the cue ball to the center, where the black he pots. He was trying to pot with a skill, but failed to do it. Now, I think he has placed himself in a hard positions. This black can go into the corner pocket, but needs composer. Hims fails to pot, and luck hits him in the center. Luck hits him in the center. Romeo 6, ONEK 1, race to 11. In a race to 11, Romeo has 6. At this point, ONEK needs all the 10 frames. Meanwhile, Romeo needs only 5 to win this one here. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for those who are watching. Giving you the commentary, it is me, Daniel. For Kit Media link. You can like the stream, at the same time share, just that we can have many people watching at the same time. And then YouTube can recommend also to other people, and then they begin to watch it at the same time. Remember, those one who are watching us, tomorrow we are going to have a battle in this very arena where Hitman is going to be battling Bokenya in a race that we are going to at least tell you. I think in a race to 11, details of that one there is going to come out. Romeo has 6, ONEK has 1. It is a public holiday. It is a Tuesday. It is the day that the president was sworn in. He breaks with an ease, pots at least one of the red ball, leaving the table open. He's supposed to redeem himself and at least have himself potting black, just that he can continue to go. He nominates the red ball. The reds are all in spaces as well. Remember, the yellows are as well in spaces. He's supposed to have a roll of that balls in the center pocket, opening up everything now, with the exception of the ball which is so close to the yellow ball and where the cue ball is. Now having a simple roll of that one, that naturally opens up the red ball, but fails to open it up. Now giving himself in a hard position, difficult task now. He pots. Nice pot. Oh, that was so unfortunate of him. And it's a double pot of that balls in the corner pocket, which is farthest of the screen. He plays. Manak was by himself, fouling. 2 shots invited. 2 shots given to Dr. Romeo. If he gives Romeo a chance now to continue potting black balls, then he may run away with the score. Romeo with the ball in hand, with 2 shots. He's contemplating and thinking of himself what he can do better. Now he just only wants to pot up the ball, which looks more juicy to him. Now he has full control of the corner pocket. In the arena, we have Tungyang Media. We want to give a shout out to him, the guy who is trying to promote the Pool League of Kitgum. At the same time, he is as well giving us matches in Tungyang Media. We want to appreciate him and thank him so much. He's in the arena. Now ONEK is supposed to come off 1 cushions. Playing and got it with an ease. Coming off 1 cushion is not a problem to him, but he got it so nicely. It is now 1 shot. Rolling it 1 at a time. Romeo doesn't want to take or risk anything. He wants to go for the frame. At least he wants to win this one here and run away with the score. Yeah, the spin was nice, but of course he did not get his ball, fouling. Remember, the only problem ball is the ball which is as close as possible to the black ball. So should he pot that ball or place to open it? Now he has done it successfully. All the balls are now in spaces and all of them have pockets. Romeo. Remember, there's one thing that you should know is if there is anything which we're supposed to come in your mind is if you are leading with a very big margin, you'll always have the composer and have all the things that in your mind that you can easily run away with these ones here. But you do invite a player who is coming from behind to level the score and take a lead, then you may not get anything. And Alfred is invited back on the table. If he wins this, he can redeem himself back. But if he doesn't win this one here, then Romeo is going to run away with the score. He is still not getting his games. He's still not getting his game. Romeo taking it one at a time, and of course he knows he's going to win this frame here. That's why he's playing with swag and skills. The director for the snipers. You remember this is a rematch. The first game was played at WII-LAM where Alfred won convincingly, 11 frames to 4. Now Romeo wants to redeem himself and have a similar score of what took place earlier on, a day ago. So aiming for the difficult ball ever, caught with an ease, but it's totally snookered. It was a lovely pot by Dr. Romeo, and of course it's snookered. He's supposed to come off at least one cushions, find his ball. It may not come easy on silver plate. So now here the frame is looking likely to go the either way of the reds if he fails to find his ball. But if he gets his ball successfully, then it will be as difficult as possible. Now look at the kind of angles he wants to get. Let's wait and see. These directors have always been checking on how their players have always been playing, and that is why they may think that they can as well play so well. It is a similar situations where the streamers have always been checking on how the best pool players have always been playing, and they may think that they can as well play so well. And that is the reason why some few days ago, Peter Chobe of Break and Finish was playing Francis Mukwekwe of Q Pixel Photography in an organized battle, race to 6, and the winner was walking away with the $200 US. Peter Chobe was beaten convincingly because in one of the first, second, and third games that they had, he was beating Francis Mukwekwe convincingly. But of course, the way Francis of Q Pixel Photography was playing some few days ago, he was playing as if he had been having a coaching, as if he has been coached earlier on. Now Alfred pots the second black. In 8 games, he pot the second black, while Romeo has 6 of it. Game number 9. Romeo to break. Now guy is playing with swag. He knows he's going to run away with this one here, and we may have a similar score of what took place in the first match, where ONEK won 11 frames to 4. Now Romeo has 6. Romeo needs only 5. Meanwhile, ONEK needs 9 of the 14 frames that we are having. Of the 14 frames remaining, Romeo needs 5, ONEK needs 9. The director, WII-LAM Pool Club, needs all the 9 frames, while Dr. Romeo of the Snipers Pool Club, Club Vortex director, needs only 5 of those. Anything is possible from that. Let's wait and see. He nominates the yellow balls with an ease as well. Guy wants to redeem himself. They want to have himself keep potting the black, just that they can be on the score. But of course, the way he's trying to play, as if he has not got his pattern so well. I wonder if it is only just the key which is a problem to him. I think something is not going right with him. Yeah, he shakes his head in disbelief because he's not happy with the positions of the cue ball. Looks like he's snookered. Look to want himself to pot the seventh black. Want himself to pot the seventh black. Going for it. One at a time, he got his ball successfully, and of course that is a one shot. Because he got it off the cushion after being snookered totally. It is a battle of the directors. It is a battle of the directors. Alfred, I think he's checking on his pattern because either he wants to go for the frame, or at one point he may go defensive because from the actions on the cue ball, he looks like as if he was trying to go for the frame, but he didn't get it so well. Now he's supposed to have a sharp cut of that ball in the center pocket. He did it successfully, and now he has full control. What can he do? He has two of his balls which are almost dead on the cushions, with only two which is on free. Right? Guy was not finding himself playing so well with the sniper. That is the reason why he had to change the cue sticks. So, Romeo is on the board. Remember, only one of his red ball which is acting as like a problem ball, but the rest of the balls are in spaces. Having a sharp cut of this one there, a connections. The connections was good, but of course he did not port it. The reason why it is good is because he has placed the cue ball positions in the way that he feels he can play successfully with it, but of course not the opponent. And now, Mr. ONEK, the director of WII-LAM full club is on. His players are not happy with him because the way he is queuing today is not as to the standard that they were expecting him to do it. After winning convincingly 11 frames to 4, they were expecting him to have at least have all this power. And then they got still the momentum, the bragging rights, still to continue porting the way he has been porting from WII-LAM. The director of Snipers Full Club was complaining a lot because of the balls that the hot deck balls that they were using in the first game, and now here they are playing with the Haramite balls. I think they are standard Haramite ball also on standard table. This table was serviced by a veteran player in Uganda. Please stay tuned. My guy looks like he wants to go for the pot now. He wants to go for it. Having at least a roll of that balls in the corner pocket. Either off ball, he has done it successfully. Now he has only two of the yellow balls on the table. Now, all has pockets. But if you put either one, you may get at least a problem with the cue ball. He is trying to contemplate on which one he should go first. He can have the roll of that ball, the yellow ball which is in the corner, center pocket, which is right of the table. But still, with the follow, he can at least have a side of the yellow ball which is close to the black ball, the ball that he's starting with. He can put this ball in the center pocket, but he may not get the cue ball so well, but fails to get it. And now Romeo is invited back on the table. Romeo has 6, ONEK has 2, raised to 11. The pot is 200,000 Uganda shillings. When you win, the money may not be much, but of course you will have the bragging rights. And that is what these directors they really want. If the players can beat the colleagues of the other one, and of course they want also to assume that they can beat the director. Now look at the kind of pot that he has just made, the director of the WII-LAM Full Club, Mr. ONEK. Now here he needs precisions to put the yellow balls in the center and at least have himself natural cue ball position to put the only black now remaining on the table. Bottom of the table or cut it in the center. And just like that, he fails to pot. Now one thing in my mind is I felt if he was supposed to put that ball in the center, the cue ball as well was going to enter in the top right corner pocket. Romeo want to go for it. Now one thing coming in his mind is to play slow because he wants to have himself, wants to have the red snooker. Thank you very much, everyone who is watching us live. We are located at Mount Bunya, where we are giving you the actions for Kit Media. In the commentary, it is me, Daniel, giving you commentary. Thank you very much for joining the live. And of course, you can like the stream. It just only takes you a second to like the stream, just that YouTube can recommend it as well to other people to watch them. Like the stream, share the stream. The umpire is checking to make sure that the ball is totally snookered. If the ball is not snookered, then it can get it. Now he's checking, trying to tell him that this ball can be seen. This is a rematch. This is a rematch. This is a rematch taking place at Club Vortex in Mount Bunya. Well, we're giving you the actions. We have Dr. Romeo versus Dr. ONEK, the director of the Snipers Polo Club versus the director of WII-LAM Polo Club. It is a derby. It is a doctor's affair. So if you are not a doctor, you cannot enter their issues. Coming off one cushion and failed to get his ball, and now Doctor has a ball in hand. Foul signals the umpire 2 shots. Doctor needs this frame to go 7. Meanwhile, ONEK needs this frame to go 6. To go 3. Romeo needs the ball in the hand, and of course he's going for it. What can he do? Remember, all the red balls have their pockets. All the red balls have their pockets. What can he do at this point in time? He still wants to dismantle the black. Prematurely. What's it prematurely? It is 3-6. 3-6. Now it is a comeback issues now. It is a comeback issues now. Dr. ONEK has 3. Dr. Romeo has 6. Now remember, in the 9th frame, Romeo potted the black for the opponent. Even when Dr. ONEK did not pot the black, and of course Romeo potted it for himself. Now Romeo has 6, ONEK has 3, gap of 3. Remember they raised to 11. ONEK needs 8 frames. Meanwhile, Romeo needs only 5 of the remaining 13 frames. Of the remaining 13 frames, frame number 14. Remember, if ONEK wins this one here, pressure is going to shift back to Dr. Romeo. He breaks with an ease and of course pots and it's a ball. If ONEK wins this frame here, the pressure is going to shift back to Dr. Romeo. Even when he has 6, still, it will still mount pressure. Remember, in any of the money matches or in any of the battle, the person who always comes from behind is most likely to win the frame. If you really come from behind, you have the chance to win the frame. 4 minutes, the yellow balls. They can go for an apple here. They can go for an apple here. Remember, all the yellow balls have the pockets and all of them can be potted with an ease. All the balls can be potted with an ease. What is your predictions in the comment sections? Kindly give me your predictions in the comment sections. If your prediction wins, you will have at least an airtime worth 5,000 Uganda shillings. Give me in the comment sections, who do you think is going to win? Write in the comment sections. If you win, you'll win yourself at least airtime worth 5,000 Uganda shillings. Who give back your data? 5,000 Uganda shillings. Data, 2.5 GB data for yourself if you win. Now Romeo doesn't want to rush now. He wants to take it one at a time. Alfred is invited back on the table. Give me your predictions in the comment section. Who do you think is going to win this one here? If your prediction wins, you will also win yourself. Data worth 5,000 Uganda shillings. If your prediction wins, you will have yourself a list that are worth 5,000 Uganda shillings. After giving in your predictions, kindly like the stream and share. If your prediction wins, you will also win for yourself 5,000 data, just that we can refund back your data for watching it live. Now Romeo doesn't now want to go fast. He wants to go for the frame. Remember, it is a battle of the mind here. Which of the two, Doctor? Which of the two doctors do you fancy to win? Yeah, I will be checking your comments. I will be checking your comments in the comment sections. Now, fail to put that ball in the center, and of course, giving cue ball cheaply. Now the frame is turning. It is coming now more defensive because either of the players doesn't want to go for the frame. Now I'm going to give you profiles of the players who plays for either of the two directors. And that was a nice roll of the ball. Remember, there are players who plays for Snipers Polo Club. Now, notably, one of the players that plays for the Snipers Polo Club, we have Wotokonya Joseph Dogo, plays for the Snipers Polo Club. And we also have Itban Rahim, who plays for the Snipers Polo Club. We also have Dogo Jr., who plays for the Snipers Polo Club. And for WII-LAM Polo Club, we have notably good players. Most of them are very young. In age, they are very young, but talented. They can shoot balls so well. We have the like of Amara, who plays for WII-LAM Polo Club. We have the likes of Omia, who plays for WII-LAM Polo Club. We also have Gonza. Gonza plays for WII-LAM Polo Club. At the same time, is their coach. He's a coach. He's a coach. Yeah, he's a player of Zone Pub Shooters. I want to apologize for that. And he's a coach. He's offering his service now as a coach. At the same time, he's a player for Zone Pub Shooters. Last time he was being almost about to be beaten for Zone Pub. Then guy grew so annoyed. So if you want just to beat him, please intimidate him. You can beat Gonza seriously. And one thing you should know about Gonza is he's so much defensive.
This first time to lose 2 frames in a row in a big game this season.
Sure.
It was against the Capital.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, those who are watching us, let us invite Tungdiang also to give something small about Gonza, the guy who plays for Zone Pub.
Yes, a very good evening, dear viewers. So those who are picking us live from whatever part of the country you are picking us live from, a huge round of congratulations. So today is the 12th of May, 2026, and the voice behind the camera is none other than John Eddie Ojara, Alliance Tungdiang Media. Nowadays, I told you, once you don't see Tungdiang, you will see Kit Media. When you don't see Kit Media, you will see Tungdiang. But the voices on behind the camera or the commentary shall always be of the two names. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is a money rematch between two gigantic directors. That is Dr. Romeo, the guy in the blue corner, taking on Mr. Alfred ONEK, the director of WII-LAM Polo Club. Meanwhile, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Romeo is a very, very famous pool lover, pool supporter, pool financer, and a pool fan. This battle started as a joke, but it ended up becoming real. The first leg, which took place from WII-LAM Pool Arena, ended in favor of Dr. Alfred ONEK, the guy donning on a long sleeve, is that cream pink t-shirt. He won massively against Dr. Romeo, taking the lion's share in the first half or first leg of the money match by winning with a frame of 11-4. Now today, the 12th lead. And should Dr. Romeo win, it means both home and away has matched on equal scores. That would be 1 win for Doctor and 1 win for Director ONEK Alfred. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot of distinguished guests within Club Vortex right now as we speak. And amongst those I found the commentator talking about is none other than Maishuru Bonza. This is a renowned player of zone pub shooters. He is very clinical once on the table, but he doesn't have only that talent of playing. For him, he is non-selfish, so he has decided to expand his area of jurisdiction in terms of pool by doing coaching to a lot of pool players, pool lovers who wish to learn the beautiful sport. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not the first time I'm talking about Maishuru Gonza. He has coached in Agago district, he has coached in Pade district, he has coached in Kitgum, and he's now planning to head to Kampala, but his only limitation will be language barrier. If he speaks English very well, he will be a coach very soon in Kampala. But ladies and gentlemen, never forget that Kitgum Pool Association will always stand by those who put something into the pool. So the association looks forward to taking Gonza for further trainings with the Pool Association of Uganda once the training for coaches is being called. So, ladies and gentlemen, back on the green bed, it is 6-3 in favor of Dr. Romeo, the host, the CEO of the Snipers Pool Club, who is taking a comfortable 3-frame lead against his counterpart, Mr. Alfred ONEK of WII-LAM Pool Club. It is Dr. Romeo just left with a red ball, if I'm not mistaken, and should he take that down, he would have maintained his 4-gap lead against his counterpart, Director Hilary ONEK. Ladies and gentlemen, once you get me on behind the mic, just know tomorrow we shall have the Kitgum Pool League games resuming, and we shall have WII-LAM Pool Club hosting the Capital Pool Club at WII-LAM Arena. Then secondly, we shall have Zone Pub Shooters hosting Arizona from Palabek at Zone Pub Arena in Monbunyu. So keep it locked, keep it intact. We are so far doing what we can do best as long as pool streaming and commentary is concerned. Kindly simply like the video and let us move together as one. Don't be afraid to comment and possibly share your predictions on the comment section so that we know what you have to say about these two players. These two players have no written history or records in pool so far, but they are here to make sure they entertain. They are not afraid to entertain the crowd, but their only focus is to make sure that they also do what the players have signed have done. Remember, the players between these two clubs have played 3 times. That is, Dennis Odonkara took on Rotomia Bryan 3 times, and the score still stands. Rotomia Bryan has only won once in the 3 occasions they met. 2 occasions were at La Vortex and 1 was at WII-LAM Pool Club. And as you speak right now, the gap has been narrowed to only 2 frames. We are now 10 frames down and we are heading for the 11th. Keep it locked in with Kit Media as we try to bring you live commentary, player history, player biography, about anything concerning pool. Remember, don't forget on Sunday the 17th of this very month, it will be the clash of the Titans. That will be a very, very heated battle, or a pool league game, or a fixture that will have the defending champions, Zone Pub Shooters, coming to this very, very arena, Club Vortex, in a hotly contested fixture of the Kitgum Pool League, 4th edition, 2025-2026. It will be the Snipers Pool Club taking on Zone Pub Shooters. Ladies and gentlemen, according to the table standings, Zone Pub Shooters are first on the table and the Snipers sit second on the table. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a fixture you cannot afford to miss. Just make sure on that day, once you don't make it to Kitgum, once you don't make it to Club Vortex, just make sure you load enough data, charge your phone fully so that you get the live games here on Kit Media and Tungdiang Media. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share the video, don't forget to like the video. We are the Northern Pool Streamers, based in Kitgum, but providing all-round actions of pool within Northern Uganda and beyond. This is Tungdiang Media alongside Kit Media on Kit Media link. That's a YouTube channel. It is frame number 11, ladies and gentlemen. Director Alfred ONEK has fought from 6-1 by winning 3 straight frames to make it 6-4. It is a foul according to the umpire's signal, and today's umpire, ladies and gentlemen, is none other than Gumbe Tine. He prefers to call himself Kasusi, but his actions don't reflect whom he admires. So he's the one taking charge of this fixture, but he has so far done a wonderful job, and you can confirm from his umpiring and refereeing. So he's the one in charge of this rematch. And remember, the stake is 100k each, and the pot is 200k each. Kind of like our stream, where necessary, correct us. This is Tungdiang Media alongside Kit Media.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, the voice that you have been hearing, it was for Tungdiang Media. I want to appreciate him so much for always at least supporting the pool games in Kitgum and outside Kitgum as well as in Bulu. And at the same time, he has motivated very many of the persons to at least join streaming. That is the Dongyet Media of Gulu and then Northern Connect. And now the game is now back on the table. It is Romeo Doctor versus Mr. ONEK Doctor as well. It is a battle of the doctors. Now the voice that you're hearing at the moment is the voice for Daniel for Kit Media Link. Now what we are trying to do here is we are trying to give you the very best of the action which is taking place here. Now remember, Romeo took the lead from the first frame until when we are now having the 11th frame being played, which is still leading convincingly with at least a score of 2 in between him and Mr. ONEK. But now ONEK is now trying to redeem himself and come from behind to make sure that he wins this one here. That was a pot of luck. It was a pot of luck, though there was not a pot of genius, but a pot of luck. Now sometimes what you need from this game is either luck or a chance. If you have at least either of the two, you will at least make yourself in the game. And that is why he was able to put the other game by luck in the center. Romeo now has an opportunity and then the chance to redeem himself, by the way, to make sure that he continues leading. Otherwise, if ONEK is supposed to come from behind and make the score level at 6-6, I am afraid he may win this game again. Now, this is a rematch between the two players, between the two directors. I cannot call them players at this point in time. I can call them directors, but of course, the fact that they're already playing, they are now players. Now, what sparked this battle is the two directors had their players battling for glory at the same time for some small money, which was a pot of as well 200,000. First battle was won convincingly by a Snipers Pool Club player, which he was able to beat at least a WII-LAM Pool player. Then a rematch was organized at this very arena, where still the director produced one of his finest player on the table, and Dogo Jr. won convincingly on that game. And now again, they had another rematch, which Omia won convincingly. And now that has well sparked a battle between of the two directors. Now Dr. Romeo said he wants to battle the director of WII-LAM Pool Club. The first battle ended in a race to 11. Alfred ONEK won 11 frames to 4. Now leading 6. Are we going to see him score 5 without ONEK winning any frame? He wants just to go and have at least a double pot. Skill and pot with luck. That was total luck. It's overeating. Ladies and gentlemen, the score is going as close as the word close is supposed to be. Coming from 1-6, now it is 5-6. Romeo is leading with now only a difference of only 1. Romeo has 6, meanwhile ONEK has 5. ONEK is mounting a comeback on Dr. Romeo, which he was already leading convincingly 6 frames to 1. But then now ONEK spotted 4 of those blacks with ease to make the score at least level, to make the score come as close as possible to level. But then are we going to see any comeback? Because remember, ONEK has never led in any of those frames or in any of those breaks that we have been having. Now this is game number 12. Game number 12. There are 11 frames to go out of the total 11. ONEK needs 6. Meanwhile, Dr. Romeo needs 5 of the 11. Of the 11 frames remaining, ONEK needs 6, Romeo needs 5. At this point in time, each of the player needs the score of the colleague. We were going to see a black which was going to be put prematurely, but luck hit him. Look at how the black was running. We were going to have a black which was going to be potted prematurely, and then making Romeo Harris to have a score of 7. But he was denied, now going for it and hunting for the 7th frame. He's receiving round of applause from supporters in the arena. He has nominated yellow. He at least to redeem himself. Begin now supporting the black, just like colleagues have been supporting the black. Give me your predictions in the comment sections. Who of the two players do you think is going to win? And with what margin? Win for yourself at least a data worth 5,000 Uganda shillings from Kit Media link. Now, one thing that Romeo is supposed to do is he's supposed to bring himself back on the game. But at least understanding that anything is still possible because he's already having 5. And should he continue to let the comeback to be mounted, then he's most likely to lose. Initially, I told you that the player who is always going to come from behind is most likely to win the game. Let me still first maintain my words, because you never know, anything can still happen on these games here. Don't think and don't say it is a commentator's class. The guy has already found himself. ONEK has already found his path, and that is the reason why he is now queuing so well, and queuing with a lot of confidence, by the way. Confident, composer, and he is just reassuring himself that anything is possible. He can still have the score level to 6-6. That is what he's now trying to do at the moment, because Romeo, yeah, if you predict the correct score, we have at least 5,000, which we are going to refund your data. Yeah, any correct score, we will refund your data back. We will give you your data back for 5,000 Uganda shillings. You have the chance. If you predict the correct score, it is already 6-5. You still have the chance. If you predict it successfully, you will win for yourself at least 5,000 Uganda shillings, which we will send you as a data from Kit Media Link that we are going to give you. Now Red is now taking full control. Romeo wanted to go for a skill pot, but he failed to do so. Now giving chance either to Dr. ONEK to remove the only problem ball that he's trying to see on the table, the ball which is as close as possible to the red, black, in the bottom corner pocket left of the table. He is on red. Remember, Dr. Romeo is having full control of the right corner pocket, which is bottom of the screen. Yeah, Francis Xavier, you said Romeo 8, ONEK 11. I am going to take note of that one there. You said Romeo 8, ONEK 11. I'm going to take control of that one there. Should you win in your predictions, you will have at least yourself winning 5,000 data. Barin, you said Romeo 9, ONEK 11. You said Romeo 9, ONEK 11. Should your predictions come out as a winning predictions, you will have at least yourself. Even if 20 people have the correct predictions, I will not hesitate to give you what you deserve. I will not hesitate to give you what you deserve. You still have a chance. You will still have a chance to give me your predictions in the comment sections. It is a battle of the doctors. It is Dr. Romeo versus Dr. ONEK on the table. Dr. Romeo has 6. Now he played so well. Canning the only would be the problem ball on the table for himself. But at least one thing that ONEK has in mind is that the positions of the cue ball is not as well as friendly to Dr. Romeo. Because all these ones here, they are amateur players. They can't just spot with ease when the balls are just as close as like that. Now Guy is playing and playing so well. This film can either go in either ways as well. What is he trying to do at the moment? He's trying to scan all the balls on the table. Trying to scan all the balls on the table, checking the path on how best is going to be moving one step at a time. He wants to go for the time shot in the corner pocket, successfully done and executed. Receive rounds of applause from the supporters. Receive round of applause. Look at that shot. Lovely shots. Lovely back shots. Lovely shots. Now he's contemplating at least have a skill shots in the corner pocket. And the ball that he's trying to check, because he knows he's taking full control of the balls in the corner, he wants to go for the one which is going to be potted with at least an ease. Now he may pot the black ball prematurely and cross prematurely. Luck is not by himself. Luck is not by himself. Pot the cue ball, pot the black ball, and now chance to Dr. 7, Romeo, and then ONEK 5, race to 11. Now Romeo has to at least put 4 of the blacks to win this one here in a race to 11. Meanwhile, ONEK need all the 6 of the 10 frames remaining to go. What is your predictions in the comment sections? Let me know. A successful predictions will at least walk out with Okay, that's worth 5,000 Uganda shillings. Keep a look at Kit Media. Please like the stream, share to your colleagues. Just that YouTube can recommend to other people as well. We are located at Mount Bunyo, where we're giving you this one there for Club Vortex. The director, Dr. Romeo, is up to break. Frame number 13. Now aim for the 13, breaks and breaks with an ease. Breaks with an ease. Romeo. What is running in his mind is supposed to check on the path of the cue ball, for the pattern of play. If he's supposed to go for the frame and he's supposed to win, remember either of the two players, none have yet produced an apple. Either being red or green, none are produced at the moment. He nominates the yellow balls. Now, fails to put that ball in the corner pocket. The guy is now trying to redeem himself and get back to the winning way and maintain the momentum. Run away with the score, just that ONEK should not get as close as possible to him. Remember, all of the red balls have paths where they can go to. And that is why Dr. ONEK is on. And I think he has been reading the pattern so well. And that is why he's giving with a lot of composure and precisions. He doesn't want to give any chance away. I don't think that he's happy with the position of the keyboard, but that ball can still be put in the bottom corner, left of the screen. Or he wants to go for the center. Misses the pot. Giving keyboard cheaply. Oh, I think that is not as cheap as I was predicting at the moment. Of course, with that level, I don't think Romeo may have at least an easy pot of this yellow ball in the corner pocket, which is close to the screen. But you know, the Mateos players, they can do anything. And just like that, he has done it successfully. What I was not predicting to happen, it has already happened. He has done it successfully. Wants to go for a snooker. And did it. I don't think that is a successful snooker because that red ball, which is close to the screen, can be seen. That's a simple rule of that one. They only to get the red ball will do him good. He had wanted to take at least a full cover of the corner pocket, but failed to do so. Now Romeo is invited back on the table. Remember, all the yellows now have pockets. If you have a sharp rolls of this one set into the corner pocket, which is right of the table, bottom as well, closest to the screen, naturally the keyboard is going to run and open up the black ball. Now it fails to do so. He just wants only to have himself at least cover the corner pocket. But the keyboard has been invited cheaply. Now ONEK can start with the ball, which is as close as possible to the black ball, rolling it in the center pocket just with an ease. Now he can clear all the reds and have himself register 6 black ball potted. Is he going to do so? A simple roll of that one there is still good. Now what can he do from this point here? He can have the roll of that balls, which he's trying to look at in the corner pocket, which is bottom of the screen, or have at least himself play a skill shot. And then what the only would be the red balls remaining on the table to the left of the center pocket. The ball is going to run naturally, and that black is going to be potted in the left, but failed supported. Dr. Romeo is invited back on the table. There are 4 of the yellow balls on the table. 4 of the yellow balls on the table because Dr. Romeo needs this one here. At least have himself lead with 3 frames. Now he's checking the pattern of play. What can he do from this point in time? He wants to go for the most difficult ball and to snooker. And he has done it because he doesn't want to risk it. But one thing is, that ball can be got off one cushion and it would be potted with an ease. Just like that. Failed support, but at least got his ball. Not fouling. And he doesn't want to risk. We are at Mount Bunyo, where the action is taking place. The Snipers Pool Club Arena. The director, for the snipers, this is the one killing. Now he wants to go for a snooker. He has done it successfully. This is a total snooker. It is a total snooker. Now, ONEK is supposed to come off 1-2 cushions to get the red ball, or else risk giving 2 shots. Or else risk giving 2 shots. He wants to come off 1-2 cushions, at least get that red ball. Thank you very much for those ones who are watching us live. We are giving you actions. The voice behind the microphone is for me, Daniel. In the arena, we have Tungyang Media. We also have these prominent players. We have one of the biggest players as well for Northern Uganda, that is Roto Konya Joseph, aka Dogo. He's now named Dogo Senior, because the level of his actions on the cue ball, on the table has upgraded so high. They miss it narrowly. Had a lot of spin on the cue ball with the power, but fails to get the ball. Now Romeo needs the ball in hand and plays simply with ease. The only ball that is having difficulties with is the ball which is as close as possible to where he's trying to put the cue ball. Now he wants to start with the one of the most difficult ball, rolling it to come as close as possible to where your screen is. And just like that, even when the ball enters or it doesn't enter, it is still no problem, because 2 of the yellow balls can still be potted in the corner. We can start with the one which is close to the corner, to the cushions. But of course started with the other one there, giving him the hard shots now again still with that ball. He may still wants to snooker it one more time. How good is the snooker? It is good, but not so good, because that red ball can still be cut. A slash. Coming off one cushion, failed to pot it, but put the wrong ball at the wrong time. Put the wrong ball at the wrong time. Romeo invited back on the table. Of course, he can have the roll of these balls in the corner pocket. Can have a roll of these balls in the corner pocket. Either when he pots or he doesn't pot it, still it is still good. Because one of his ball is in the jaw of the corner pocket, where he can pot it either with the draw shots. And just like that. The umpire wants to clean the path where the black ball is supposed to go. Now Romeo is invited back on the table. A simple roll of that ball in the left center pocket makes him register the 8th black ball to be potted. He has called for at least a timeout. 1 minute timeout. Romeo 8, ONEK 5, raised to 11. Romeo needs only 3. Meanwhile, ONEK needs 6 of the 9 frames that we are remaining with. Dr. Romeo 8, ONEK 5, raised to 11. The pot is 200,000 Uganda shillings. Remember, this is a rematch that the 2 directors are having here. The money may be small, but of course when you win, you have the bragging rights. And you run with it. Thank you for keeping it locked here, this ones. The only good thing that you can do is only to like the stream and share also. Invite your colleagues. And we have the game being watched at the same time. Commentary is going to resume shortly after 1 minute break that has been called by the director for WII-LAM Club, Mr. ONEK. Kindly give in your predictions in the comment section. Who of the 2 is going to win? I want to bring you back to the material where it is number 12. Where on the table we have the One, two, one, two, one, two. Now, audio check one more time. Audio check. One more time. Audio check. Yeah, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Those ones who are watching and following us live. Now, this is almost the last part of the game that we are going to be having today. Remember, it is a race to 11. The pot is 200,000 Uganda shillings. Dr. Romeo for Snipers Pool Club already has 8 of the blacks that he has spotted so far. Meanwhile, Mr. ONEK, the director for WII-LAM Pool Club, has 5 of the black balls that he has spotted for himself. Now remember, this is a rematch that the 2 of these directors are having for themselves. The one that they had initially 2 days ago was convincingly won by Mr. ONEK, who has a score of 5. Meanwhile, the director for the Snipers Pool Club registered only 4 of the blacks which he potted in the first money match that they had. And now this is a rematch. He plays a snooker and he got it so well. That is why he's receiving round of applause from the supporters, from the fans of the Snipers Pool Club. But of course, Mr. ONEK played so well. Remember, if Dr. Romeo wins this frame here, he's going to mount more pressure on ONEK to at least redeem himself and continue winning. But if ONEK wins this frame here, still it is going to mount pressure. The pressure is going to bounce back to Dr. Romeo. And that is why the 2 are taking this frame as one of the most important frames ever that they should register for themselves. And that is why you can see the actions that they're playing at the moment. They don't want to risk anything. They just want to go one step at a time. Mr. ONEK is invited back on the table. He hits for the reds. Going for the bank shots. The bank did not materialize. And now Romeo has a chance. He wants to go for it. Now, Gulu Pool Media, we want to thank you very much for following us live. We have one of your players who is already in Kitgum in the name of Bokenya. Tomorrow they're going to have a battle with the Hitman. in this same arena here. And then on Friday, Hitman is going to have a battle with Ogendward Samuel, aka Ochen, in a pot of 1 million Uganda shillings. Should Ochen accept to play the battle here? That is what they're going to be having here. And then at the same time, one thing you should know is Hitman is going to be inviting any of the player to at least play money matches with in a home and away battle. So if you are ready, please, you can register yourself just that we can at least have yourself recorded as one of those ones who want to at least have battle with the Hitman, the guy who plays for the Snipers Polo Club. Now, Mr. ONEK wants to win this frame, whether by hook or crook, because the way he's trying to position himself, the way he's trying to queue at the moment, he really needs this frame here, just that they can go with a score of 6 to 8. Remember, this is the 12th frame that we are playing. This is the 12th frame that we are playing. Romeo checking on the table. Remember, one of his ball, which is in the right corner, bottom of the screen, is covered with the red ball. So if he's supposed to come off that ball, he's supposed to play either skill shots or to go slow. That is the reason why you see some of the actions that he's trying to portray on the table. It is speaking like that. At this point in time, they will just play basic pools. No skill play, maybe at least exhibited here. Connect. To redeem himself, come so close to what Romeo has registered so far. Romeo needs only 3, meanwhile ONEK needs all the 6 of the 9 frames remaining to complete this match to the wire. Kevin, when you check how he's trying to behave, where is the eating coming from? Do we have a number of things there? Then he's saying ONEK is not going to reach 8. We're yet to wait and confirm on the table. Remember, anything is possible. All these two are amateurs players. They are not professional pool players. And at any time, they can pot black prematurely. So you never know. And then the win can go either side. So I'll keep your words here. It is turning out to be a battle of the minds now, because when you check on the corner pocket, which is close to the screen, right of the screen, it is having the red ball in full control. Thank you very much for everyone who is watching us live. We are located at Monbunyo, where the action is taking place. This is the Snipers Club Vortex, the Snipers Pool Arena. For those ones who are in Monbunyo, you can just only walk in and then enter. It is free. At the same time, those ones who are watching and following us live, remember there is a big battle which is being arranged in Kitgum between one of the finest players in Uganda and then one of former seed 1 of Uganda. Yeah, Waneka Mansuru, the guy who calls himself as Muto. The guy who has already won car. Yeah. I'm going to give at least the microphone to Tongdiang Media so that they can give you a profile of Muto. He's going to play one of the finest players in Kitgum in northern Uganda, particularly that is in the name of Roto Kwanya Joseph Dogo, aka. Now that is going to be a pot of 2 million shillings. So let me invite Tongdiang Media to at least give you a brief profiles of the two players.
Yes, dear viewers who are still stuck with us, to make sure you confirm the winner of this rematch between Dr. Romeo, that is the director of the Snipers Pool Club, the owner of this very arena where we are having this second leg battle from. A lot of you confuse this venue. This venue has a lot of names. The first name, which is the most famous one in this very town center of Kitgum, in brackets Monbunyo, is Embassy Pub, which has now been taken over by the Snipers Pool Club, but the name of the club is now Club Vortex, which is the home of the Snipers Pool Club, whose director is taking a comfortable lead of 8 frames to 5 against his counterpart, director Alfred ONEK, who is trailing by 3 frames against ROMEO, who is only just set to pot 2 or 3 yellow balls to confirm his 9th win. This is frame number 13, ladies and gentlemen. And as my co-commentator told you, the host commentator, that is none other than Mr. Kit Media, told you, expect a heated battle between the former seed 1 of Uganda, that is WII-LAM Mansur, that is a guy who is very, very calm on the table, a left shooter, very calm, very accurate, and his famous nickname is Moto. Moto is, if is the Luganda word, that means young, and if you translate it to Acholi, it comes down to Dogo, and Dogo is a slang word in Acholi that also means young. So expect a battle between WII-LAM Mansur, the former seed 1, who will be taking on Kitgum's finest, and Northern Uganda's Pool King. Remember, he got this title just 2 weeks ago from Code 8 Arena, where we had the top 16 best players from Northern Uganda all ganging up at Code 8 Arena in Gulu City, that is School Road, to fight for that crown of Northern King and Northern Queen. Unfortunately, the Northern Queen did not take place, and we only had the slots, and the game took place for the Northern King and Rotokonya Joseph, alias Dogo. That is his nickname in Kitgum, but once he's in Kampala, he prefers to be called the Spider. I don't know, just because of his long legs. You know, spiders have long legs, and expect that battle very soon. Once the confirmation is made, just know we shall keep you posted of that battle between WII-LAM Mansur alias Moto and Joseph Rotokonya alias Dogo the Spider. That battle will take place here at Club Vortex on a date that shall be arranged, and the pot is already clear. It is 2 million, meaning each player will have to stake 1 million Ugandan shillings each. Get ready and stay tuned for this much anticipated battle of the Titans.
Meanwhile, at the moment, Mr. ONEK has only that was a miscue. That was a miscue.
Look at that.
That was the simplest spot ever of the black in the corner pocket, bottom of the screen. But now Romeo is supposed to maintain his momentum and then the lead to go off at least to 9 frames. And will have himself only just waiting for 2 frames now to put them and win the money. Win also have the bragging right at the same time. Romeo 9. Meanwhile, Mr. ONEK 5. Romeo 9. Dr. ONEK 5. Race to 11. Ladies and gentlemen, of the 8 frames remaining, Romeo needs only 2, meanwhile ONEK needs 6. Of the 8 frames remaining, Romeo needs only 2, meanwhile ONEK needs all the 6 frames. Ladies and gentlemen, game number 15 to be played. Game number 15. Romeo to break frame number 15. In a race to 11, the pot is 200,000 Uganda shillings. Romeo has 9. Romeo has 9, needs only 2 to win the money, win the battle, and we call it a night. Meanwhile, ONEK needs all the 6. ONEK needs all of the 6. Of the 8 frames remaining, he needs all of them to win it. Meanwhile, Romeo just only needs 2. So that is what is already taking place here. The umpire, in his decisions, he has decided at least to make sure that he shifts the players. One to go to the other side and then one to go to the other side. Race to 11. Pot of 200,000 Uganda shillings. Tomorrow we are going to be having a battle. As I told you earlier on, we are going to have a battle between Karim Hitman of the Sniper Sport Club up against Bukenya Dennis. The guy will travel all the way from Gulu to come at least have a battle because Hitman is inviting any of the players to play with him. And I was trying to search from Kidgum here. None of those ones were responding convincingly. But of course, he has got at least one person to play with. That is in the name of Roto Konya Joseph, the twin brother to Omara Moses, who plays for Zone Pub. They are going to be playing on Friday, pot of 1 million Uganda shillings. They will have it on Friday, but tomorrow, Hitman is going to be facing Hub Bukenya in a battle that we will stream it live on Kit Media link. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do so, just that you don't miss the actions that we are going to be giving you beginning from tomorrow. And at the same time, I think on Friday, if not anything, we are also having at least a battle between the Snipers Full Club and Masindi Select in a pot of 800,000 Uganda shillings. So keep tuned to this Kit Media where we are going to be giving you the actions right from Masindi, and then they will also be coming back here. Now, while we'll be having actions in Masindi, Dan Manizo is going to be versing Roto Konya Joseph in a pot of as well 800,000 Uganda shillings. You don't need to miss those actions that we are going to be giving you live. It will all come from Kit Media link. Romeo on red to at least go to the hill. All he needs right now is all the composers in the world, just that they can go to the hill. And the hill is as close as putting only the black on the table. Then he can go to the hill and go to the wire, needs only one. But should he give chance to Dr. ONEK to at least put the black on this frame, then still he's going to be postponing the game still to continue. Choosing, starting with the most difficult ball on the table, and falls. The umpire signals 2 shots. The umpire signals 2 shots. Romeo has 6 of the red balls on the table. Remember one? None of them, I don't think all of them are perfectly placed. But he wants to start with this ones here, put this ones here and can the other one, but failed to do so. But still, it is still good. But looking at the positions of the yellow ball, I think the yellows has full control of the table at the moment. As long as he can play skill shots here, then open up the corner pocket where it is being occupied by the yellow balls, top left of the table, then it is still going to be the yellow balls having full control. Yeah, guy is killing so well today. Unless when he will be thinking so defensively, then he can go and at least be as close as possible. He wants to start with the ball, which is almost looking like frozen on the cushions. Having a sharp cut of that ball here. He did successfully, but fails to open up that corner pocket because he has a problem ball there. What can he do from these positions? He can either choose to open up the black ball, or the ball which is so close to the ball, to the black, from the right center pocket. But if black is not going to hit him, what does he want to do at this point in time? He's trying to check on the table, starting with the one of the most difficult balls, which is far off the table. Want to have a simple roll of that one here. And then invite Mr. ONEK to open up that corner. But that is not coming in his mind. He wants to come to the farthest part of, or the closest part of the screen. That is what he's contemplating at the moment. Having a roll of that yellow balls, naturally, the cue ball is going to land on the black ball and fails to open it. Now he has full control of this table. Because of that one shot he has played, he has full control. All running in his mind is to play at least, not to open up the black. But even when it doesn't open up the black is having a clear path to the center of the table, either right or left. Now, if he has a roll of these balls here, which is closed, he doesn't want to have it. He wants to go to the ball, which is looking like it is frozen on the cushions. Now, plays simply to pack the black. But that was a shot of a genius. Look at that shot. It's a shot of a genius.
One way.
He plays it so well. Now ONEK can either simply play that ball, which is so far off the screen, and then open up the path of the black. But because he is not me, he wants to go with this one here, starting with this ball here. The two of the yellow balls, putting them one at a time. But I don't think he's fancying the positions of the cue ball, because this ball, which is so close to it, is not portable to the corner pocket, which he's trying to look at. He can either go off one cushions, have a roll of that ball, which is farthest off the screen, put it, and then have the cue ball running naturally and will be in space. He wants to go slow and snooker. That is one thing running in his mind. What does he want to do from this point in time? Mr. ONEK, Dr. ONEK, has a score of 5. He needs all the 6 frames now. Meanwhile, Romeo needs only 2 of these 8 frames remaining. Now he wants to go for that ball there, opening it naturally and opens it at the same time. Snookered totally. Totally snookered. He's supposed to come. He's supposed to come off one cushions, finds his ball, he fails to find his ball. Fails. It is a foul, 2 shots. A ball in hand, there is only one problem ball. Now Doctor wants to go and at least have a pot of that yellow ball. Failed to do it. Now, his thinking was so good. Psychologically, for those ones who are watching me, in psychology, we call that as a Dunning-Kruger effects. It is called Dunning-Kruger effects in psychology. Because you think you can do it, and if others can do it, then you may think that you can as well go for it, and he failed to execute it. Now, his only problem ball at the same time is again open with that shot. Now, a double drop of that ball in the corner pocket will win him the 6th frame. But if he fails to do so, he's going to have at least Dr. Romeo having 2 shots. Now fails even to have a contact of that black ball with the red in the corner pocket. Romeo with a chance. Romeo with a shot. He can either choose to start with the ball which is in the corner pocket, close to the cue ball, or he can choose to go defensive at the same time. He's checking everything, because the role of that ball in the corner pocket can give him perfect cue ball positions to have at least the other ball be potted in the top right corner. He's fancying to go defensive, and that is why he wants to have a role of that ball in that. Simply to have that ball not potted in the center, and that is what he has done it at the moment. He at least needs another chance. He needs a chance.
Nice game.
He plays simply just wanted to at least open it half. Now Romeo can either choose to go for the frame because black is already in space. It is raised to 11, having a roll of that ball in the center pocket, right of the table. And then secondly, he's supposed to put all his interest and have a roll of that ball in the top right corner pocket. A simple roll of that one there with a big follow. Failed to do so. I think he played that shot hurriedly and failed to get it. That was not even close to being potted. Now ONEK to redeem himself, win at least another frame, keep the game alive. And that is what you want to do in the center pocket. That ball can be potted with an ease. A simple roll of that, because the pocket is as big as possible. He has done it. He has won for himself 6. Meanwhile, Romeo has 9. Romeo 9 needs only 2, while Dr. ONEK needs all the 5 frames of the 7 frames remaining to be played. 7 frames remaining. Dr. ONEK needs 5. Meanwhile, Romeo needs only 2. For those who are watching us, we are at Monbunyo, where the action is taking place in Kitco Municipality. The voice behind the microphone, it is for me, Daniel. Frame number 16. Frame number 16. ONEK to break. The director for WII-LAM Pool Club. The umpire really wants to put the table to be as tidy as possible, just that the break can be on point. Breaks, and it's a perfect break, perfect splits of the balls. But of course, I think he's not happy with the positions of the cue ball because it is so close to the cushions. Looking at the level at which he plays, it is so hard of him to nominate at least a ball. Now he wants to have a sharp cut of that ball, yellow, in the center pocket, left of the table. Failed to do it. Leaving the table open, inviting Dr. Romeo back. If Romeo wins this frame, pressure will shift now back to ONEK. Dr. Romeo, 9. Dr. ONEK, 5, 6. Dominates the Reds. And guy is now trying to mean business here. All the red balls have paths and all of them are portable. And with a simple pattern, you can have it cleared. Also go for the hardest ball, opening as well black at the same time. Guy looks like he wants to clear this frame here. Going basic in his pool, he wants to clear the table. Just that the pressure should now get back. Now guy wants to go with the hardest ball ever. He should have just had a roll of these balls here. And he's changing his play. That is not a bad shot. It is not a bad shot. Rolling and having it one at a time. Dr. Neck, 6. Romeo, 9. Remember, there is only one ball which is a problem to him. Guy is skiing well. Doing it one at a time. Doing it one at a time. Initially, I told you that these are just amateur players. They don't play like professionals. They don't think like professionals. Look at that shot. That is a lovely shot. Even Romeo is applauding him for that. It was a very big shot. Very good shot. Cunning and opening up the black. He still wants to produce another big one there. How good is this shot going to be? Failed to do it. Failed to do it. This shot was not on point. Hurriedly, it was done. Look at that. Romeo is back on the table with the 4 of the reds. All of them are perfectly positioned. Now, what does he want to do from this point in time? He wants to open up that ball. Now he has done it successfully. This is still very good of him. Look at that. It's so good, eh? I can start with that ball, having a roll of that ball. Because the ball in the center pocket left of the table can give him a perfect cue ball. To roll, the only would be the problem ball, which is so close to your screen. He can even fancy and start with it at the same time. And look at that, they want to have the roll of that ball in there. Oh, wow. That was not on point. You needed at least a big spin on that. Now, Mr. ONEK is contemplating on what he's supposed to be doing at the moment. What can he do from this point in time? What can he do from this point in time? Because remember, there are only 3 of the yellow balls on the table. 3 of the yellow balls on the table. All he needs to do at this point in time is at least to have himself pot one of those yellow balls. And then have a good cue ball positions. Then he can redeem himself and continue potting balls after balls. And then black would naturally go in the corner pocket right of the table, which is close to the screen. Checking everything, not to give at least any avenue for Romeo to come back on the table, because if he comes back, he can clear those red balls. What does he want to do? He wants to have an extra ball perfectly potted. Perfectly potted. That was a lovely bank shot. Look at that. Was a lovely bank shot. Now, cue ball is not natural. Cue ball is not good to him. If you have a roll of that ball in the center pocket, which he is trying to clean it at the moment, then he can redeem himself and then put that ball here also with an ease in the center pocket, which is left of the table. Thank you very much for those ones who are watching us. We are at Monbunyo, where the action is taking place, and at the Snipers Polo Club Arena, where the two directors are clashing. It is a class of the directors. All have ambitions to promote pool. They are very good at promoting pool. That shot was not as good as he intended to do it, because giving now the cue ball for Dr. Romeo to have at least any of the balls, any of those red balls, to be potted in either of the pockets which have at least those things in. Now Romeo is smiling with himself because the moment when he pots the black which is now remaining on the table, he is going to go on the heel and will only be looking for one. Meanwhile, the pressure is now going to be bouncing back. Now the pot is on. The pot is on. He can either start with any of the balls. Now he's fancying to start with the ball, which is farthest. But how good is the position of the cue ball? It's safe. Cue ball is safe. A simple roll of these balls here into the corner pocket, which is bottom of the screen, left of the table. But will he have the pot? He failed to have the pot. Failed to have the pot. ONEK is invited back. Now a simple roll of that balls in the center pocket, which is right of the table. And having the cue ball to run farthest of the screen, coming back and then at least pot it in the center. It will help him. Let's wait and see what he's going to do from here. Rolling it just like as if he was listening to me. But how good is the cue ball? Still, it is good. Race to 11. Dr. Romeo needs only 2. Meanwhile, ONEK failed support. The simplest spot ever. Is he going to be lucky? He's never lucky. Romeo is invited back on the table to have the simplest spot of that red ball in the corner pocket, which is the bottom left of the screen. And then cue ball is going to run naturally. It doesn't need any skill here. But of course he played with skill. He played with skill. Now needing only to have a roll of these balls here into the corner pocket, which is right of the table, just like that. Pots black for the 10th time. Raise to 11. Dr. Romeo, 10. On the heel. Meanwhile, Dr. ONEK, 6. ONEK needs all of the frames, the 5 frames, while Romeo needs only 1 frame to go. Raise to 11. Ladies and gentlemen, keep it locked there. Now it is frame number 17 to be broken. The break is going to go in the directions of Romeo. If he breaks an apple, then he's going to run with these ones here. He will have the bragging right. He will have the money for himself. I think after this game here, if Romeo wins, we may at least have a rematch, which will be loading. Keep your eyes low. We may have a rematch. Now, Dr. ONEK at least called for 1 minute time out. Let's wait and see. Pressure after pressure. Keep it locked here. We are giving you the commentary from Monbunyo, where the action is taking place live. Thank you very much for keeping it locked here. Let's wait and see. If he breaks and finish, then we will have it as the last frame. But should Dr. ONEK wins, we will still have the game to continue. Just like that. Keep it locked. We have a 1 minute timeout. The guy you're seeing on the screen is Hitman. Welcome back. The break is dry. ONEK is supposed to compose himself if he really needs to at least maintain this game on. He puts 2 of the red balls, closing the table, and now checking the table carefully, making sure that he is supposed to redeem himself. He should just continue putting balls after ball and then keep the game alive, or else ball down on 6. Or else ball down on 6. Dr. Romeo, I think he's smiling with himself because he knows he's going to run away with these calls here. Checking the table carefully as well as the pattern carefully, making sure that he should win this ones here, and we call it a night. If he wins this ones here, we will end the stream as well. I just only want to set this ball because he needs at least a chance, a big chance. That will make him redeem himself and win these games here. Which are the bomber? You said Romeo 11 or ONEK 9. Thank you very much for your predictions. If it is going to happen the way you have just said it, yeah. And that is it. But now, the chance for prediction is closed. Initially, we gave people to predict and then they win for themselves at least that are worth 5,000 Uganda shillings. But of course now, it is already closed. Yeah, that is giving well. When you check on how he's giving at the moment, I think he got some small coaching from outside that they should redeem himself and continue winning. Remember all what Romeo needs out of the 7 frames remaining at the moment. Out of the 6 frames remaining at the moment now, Romeo needs 1. Meanwhile, ONEK needs all the 5. Now, Romeo is playing yellow. Guy really needs to win this frame here and win the money. Also have the bragging right for himself. But as well, one thing that you should know is ONEK really needs this frame here to keep the game alive, and they keep shooting at the same time. Romeo aims for the yellow. The roll of that ball is in the corner pocket. How good will the roll be? It is not so good. I think this frame is poised to ONEK. This frame is poised to ONEK. Because when you check on the positions of the red balls, all of them at least have a pockets where they can go to. Tomorrow we are going to have a money match between Hitman Rahim and then Bokenya. Now initially I told you these guys are just amateur players. They can't think the way you think, they can't pot the way you pot. They may have the potting skills, at the same time they have the Dunning-Kruger principles in them. Wants to go defensive one at a time, because Romeo really needs this frame. Keep it locked here. Tomorrow we have a battle. On Friday we are going to also have a battle here in Kidgum, so keep following us closely. There is the biggest money match which is going to be played in Kidgum here, because Robert Kwanya Joseph Dogo is going to play Muto in a pot of 2 million Uganda shillings. ONEK has only 3 of the red balls on the table. If he pots them all and pots the black, he will have himself register 7th win. But how good will that be? It is not so good. Now all the yellows are perfectly in spaces and all of them at least have pockets where they can go to. And that is the reason why Romeo is taking the yellow ball so carefully and closely. Because I think they can have at least a double or a roll of that balls in the corner pocket. Simply to have it caught. He failed to do so because he at least wants to snooker. But is it a total snooker? It is a total snooker. Now Dr. ONEK is supposed to come at least off 1 cushion to get his ball or else. Yeah, he got his ball so perfectly. 1 shot, Doctor. Yeah. Dr. Romeo with one shot. Guy didn't realize it was a one shot. It was signaling to the umpire to at least have a cue ball in the hand. So all he need is to keep putting the balls. All he need. Yeah, guy is killing so well, huh? He is killing so well. Look at that pot that he has just made at the moment. He has now the composer because he needs to win this frame here and kill the game. He's going to have a bank shot here. He still wants to go for snooker one more time. He's not happy with the position of that ball. That is why he's going for a snooker. And just like that, it is a total snooker. Now the umpire is signaling that that red ball can be seen. Now Nek is supposed to get his ball, or else if he falls, it will be a very big blow to him. Race to 11, Romeo 10, ONEK 6. At any time, if any of this black is spotted in favor of Romeo, it is going to be game down. But if ONEK keeps spotting the black for 5 more times, or for 4 more times, then it's going to be a decider. Are we going to see any decider here? The umpire still insists that that ball can be seen. But of course, if you can meet the requirement of the standard, that will be very good of him. The two of the directors are facing themselves. Romeo needs only one, while ONEK needs all the 5 of the 6 frame remaining. Coming either off one cushion, he got his ball perfectly. He was so lucky not to put the cue ball. So lucky. Raised that shot was very good. That shot was very good. Remember, all the yellow balls have pockets and they can all be potted with an ease. As long as Romeo is able to redeem himself and pot one ball, he is in positions to clear this table. Let's wait and see. A simple roll of these balls here into the corner pocket left of the table, which is so close to the screen, can at least make him to continue potting perfectly. He plays with tracks and skill. He can either have a roll of this yellow ball here to the corner pocket, which is farthest of the screen left of the table, or he can have a roll of that ball which is able to see it from the other side, and then put that ball in the corner, then continue potting the ball. That is all he needs at the moment, because he's supposed not to give a cue ball anyhowly and cheaply. Look at that. What is he trying to do at the moment? Because he has a lot of these balls here. How good was that shot? The shot was not very good. But still, I think he's happy with the position of the cue ball. There is no any good shot which can go. ONEK to redeem himself, continue potting. But if we give any chance to Romeo to put the black on this frame, then it's going to be a game over. And all of that ball is in the corner pocket. How good is it? It is not good. Black is not by himself. The ball just got stuck at the jaw of the corner pocket, which is farthest right of the screen. Now inviting Romeo back on the table. Of course, the role of that ball in the corner pocket when you play with the skill shots can open up the corner pocket, which has the red ball occupying. And just like that, I think he's not happy with that, because that yellow ball cannot go in the corner unless we play a double shot. We want to have a big bank shot. big bank shots or a cut, a sharp cut to the center. He plays with a lot of genius and skill, giving hard cue ball possession, almost making it frozen. But a roll of that ball in the corner pocket and a half at least that ball which is close to the cue ball be rolled. Wow, that was a total miss. A total miss. 2 shots. Look at that. That is a miss of the tournament. It is a miss of the battle. Romeo has 3 of the yellow balls on the table. Romeo has only 3 of the yellow balls. He can either decide to put that yellow ball with a simple roll or with a draw shots. He plays simply just on the top. And all of that balls in the corner pocket which is close to him can give him enough throw positions of the cue ball. What does he want to do here? He wants to have it played here. That was risky of him. That was risky of him. We would have just at least started with the ball which is almost in the corner pocket. Put a ball and have cue ball run naturally. If ONEK puts this ball here in the corner, which he does, and all of these balls here in the corner pocket right up the table, can still give him the chance to continue porting. And that is what he's exactly doing on the table at the moment. How good is that shot? The shot is not good. The shot is not good. He missed. Another miss. At the moment, what you should know is pressure is mounting. Pressure. There is pressure. And all of these balls in the corner pocket, left of the table, which is bottom of the screen, just like that. But how good is it? It is not good. The ball was not good. Now Alfred is invited. Now one thing you should know is the only problem ball is the ball that Alfred is ONEK is aiming at and puts it. But of course giving him a hard shot still. That ball doesn't have any natural path. If he's supposed to roll with at least a skill. But he wants to have a bank shot. To the corner pocket where the yellow ball is occupying. How good is it going to be? How good is that ball is going to be? It is not good. Now, one thing now running in the mind of Romeo is supposed to at least have a part of this ball which is close to the screen. A simple roll of these balls. Just a simple roll. How good is it? Almost scratches. Almost scratches. Remember I told you pressure is mounting in either side. Now, a simple roll of that ball is in the corner pocket will naturally guide the cue ball to run at least of 1-2 cushions. Have himself put the black balls in the right corner pocket, which is the bottom of the screen. Yeah, Derek is saying, come on, doctor. Come on, doctor. Wow, another miss. Another big miss. It is a foul, another big miss. Yeah, Jimmy is saying all of us we are weak. Yeah, another miss. Not to miss the simplest shots ever to kill the game. Keeping you still locked here. Two shots. Now how good is that pot going to be? It is going to determine if the black is going to be potted. Yeah, just a simple roll or a small drawback. Two plays with skill. A simple roll of that. Hello, Derek. You said this is our decider. Let's wait and see. It is never decider at this point in time. Remember, there are 5 frames remaining at the moment. Of the 5 frames, Romeo needs 1. Meanwhile, ONEK needs all the 4. 5 frames remaining. Who do you think is going to win this game here? The pot is 200,000 Uganda shillings. Raised to 11. Thank you very much for keeping locked at Kit Media Link. The voice behind the microphone, it is for me, Daniel. Giving you the live commentary. We are in Mongunyo where the action is taking place at the Snipers Full Club Arena. This venue is harboring a lot of good pool players at the same time. This is the arena where Dogo is playing for. Dogo, many of you know him as Konya Joseph, aka Dogo Senior now, because we have another Dogo at the same time. Yeah, Jimmy, you said let the lucky one win. Of course, the lucky one is going to win. But of the two, the luckiest player ever is now Romeo, because he needs only one. If any of this black is supposed to be ported prematurely by ONEK, then Romeo is going to win this one here and walk away with the bragging rights and win the frames, win the money, also go with it at the same time. And that is what is now running in the minds of these players. Let's wait and see. Now, Guy is trying to gain momentum because he's doing so well. The three of the balls which are not all that in good positions, but can be ported. Now contemplating on at least having a bank shot, which is going to go into the center pocket right of the table, and have the cube will run naturally to the bottom side of the screen. And just like that, how good is the bank shot is going to be? The bank shot is on, but cue ball is not on. Bank shot, perfect. Cue ball is not on. Of course, he can fancy to at least open up the shots, or simply have at least this ball here open, just like that. He has done it successfully. Romeo is invited back on the table, playing yellow. Anything is still possible. A comeback is still possible, and a win for Romeo is still possible. Your guess is as good as mine at this point in time. Of the plus on who is going to win. Derek is still insisting that Dr. Romeo is going to win. Let's wait and see here. A simple roll of that ball, even if when it is not on, but the choice of the ball was good. The choice of the ball is still good. 3 reds on the table, 7 yellows on the table. Meanwhile, Romeo needs only 1 of the 5 frames remaining, and ONEK needs all the 4 frames. Still, he doesn't want to go for it because of those clustered balls in the center, where it has the yellow, 2 of the yellow, 1 red, and the black ball. And that is the reason why they don't want to go for it. Your guess for the winner of this game is as good as my guess, because the frame can still go either side. Romeo playing it one at a time, rolling the ball at least to have a connection with that ball here. A simple touch of that makes him at least win with the luck. But with the luck. Now a big bank shot to the corner pocket. A big bank shot to the corner pocket where yellow is. He wants to go for a snooker, but failed to snooker. That red ball can come off the yellow ball in the center pocket and give the momentum still connect to continue potting balls. But how good is it going to be? He fails to at least have it off the yellow ball. Fail to have it. Remember, a simple rule of the yellow ball, which is so close to the black, can naturally open up the clustered ball. But of course, me being the commentator, they are not listening to me, and they cannot do exactly what I'm trying to think at the moment. Their thought is quite different from my thought. I don't rule it out that, and I don't mean it that they can't think as I am thinking at the moment. But of course, the player want to have control of the table, and that is the reason why we are having them doing the same thing. ONEK pots with an ease, but fails to open up the red ball. He may choose to play the problem ball first, or have himself pot the ball, which is only now on the table. And now this one needs the umpire to check it so well. He can have at least it one off the yellow ball. How good is it? But so well. To the dim himself. Hot black. Keeping it still on the game. ONEK 8. Meanwhile, Romeo 10. Race to 11. Ladies and gentlemen, are we going to see any comeback loading here? Do you predict Ali is decided to be loading here? Or do you think Romeo is now going to win this game and we call it a night? ONEK registered for himself the 8th black potted, while Romeo is only in search of only one. Remember, if ONEK wins the next frame, then the pressure is going to shift from him back to Dr. Romeo, who needs only one frame to win the money, to win the frame, to win the rights, the bragging rights. To have himself tomorrow move with the heads high, breaks defensively, and the break is dry. Welcome to the stream, those who are watching us live. Thank you very much for giving you. The commentary action is taking place from Montvenu. Today is the 12th of May, and we have just had a new president today who has been sworn in. The husband has got his patent today. I think right now he has got the composer. He is killing so well. Nominating red, going for the frames, but it's not finishable at this point in time because it is so hard of him to clear this table. Even when they were not playing for the money, he could not clear these tables because of those clustered balls. Is it going to produce for us at least a big short set of one up the table, or is going to go one step at a time? Just like that, going defensively. Romeo can either decide also to go defensively. Another role of that ball is in the corner pocket where there is that red ball. Let's wait and see what he's going to be doing at the moment. Is it a good gauge? He wants to have a roll of that ball in the corner pocket where that weight is. And he did it successfully. How good is it going to be? No, it is not successful. Because that weight is passable. And go to the corner pocket where the yellow is as close as possible to. Yeah, if Dr. Romeo allows ONEK to win one more frame, then it is most likely that the frame is now going to be won by ONEK. Because in any of the money matches or in any of the battles, when you see a player is coming from behind, the pressure is going to shift back to the person who is already ahead. And that is why ONEK is trying to kill the way he's killing at the moment, trying to give himself a composer and knowing that he can still win the frame. And that is the reason why he's fighting the way he's doing it. Yeah, we also need to at least say that he's killing so well. He is killing so well. Not going for the frame. He wants to have it one at a time. And he needs this frame more than Romeo needed. ONEK needs this frame more than Dr. Romeo needed at this point in time. We have a number of fans who are clapping and yelling at the same time here. They are supporting either of the two players, ONEK and Romeo. Now, this clustered ball in the center is the only problem. Which ONEK is not trying to give it a second thought. He's thinking of the ball. Every time he cues, he's thinking of the ball. Because he knows he's supposed to open up the clustered ball and go for it. Let's wait and see. Now it was good. Remaining now only one red, which is now stuck in the center. And at the same time, he's having control of the corner pocket, which is left of the table bottom of the screen. Romeo needs to have himself to know that the black that is going to be potting is potting money. Now, how good is that shot? Lovely shot from Dr. Romeo. Wow, what a lovely shot is that? Lovely shot from Dr. Romeo. Lovely shots from Dr. Romeo. Totally snookered. totally snooker. He's supposed to come at least off one caution to find his ball. But if he fails to find his ball, it is going to be a problem to him at the same time. Fail to get his ball. Chance Dr. Romeo. He needs the keyboard in hand. He really needs the keyboard in hand. And at the same time, he wants to have at least himself to have control of the corner pocket, which is left of the screen. And that is what he needs at the moment. Because if you take full control of the corner pocket, which is left of the screen, then it's going to be so good of that. But how good is it going to be? It is good. Even when it is not so good, but it is good. At this level, it is very good. That's some. Right? Dr. Romeo is back on the table. What you do one at a time. At the moment now, one thing you should know is now yellow ball has full control of this frame. Looking at the setup of the balls, looking at how the yellows are arranged, he has full control of this table. Now snookering two of the balls, the reds, but still he has sight of one of the red balls. If he plays this one here to open it up, the cue ball may naturally run into the reds, but fail to do so. But still, the game can either go in either side. Yeah, Tracy, thank you very much for your prediction. You said Romeo is going to win 11 frames to 9. I'll keep your predictions in touch. At the same time, Derek, you said Romeo is winning 11-8. Thank you very much for your predictions. Now, guy really needs this frame. Romeo really needs this frame. Because if ONEK win this frame here, pressure is going to mount now on Romeo. Pressure is going to mount back. There are 3 frames remaining now to be played, 2 completions. Romeo needs only 4 frames remaining. ONEK needs 3. Meanwhile, Romeo needs only 1. Now, I don't think that shot was good. You can have a side of the ball, the red ball, which is farthest of the screen right of the table, and have the cue ball run into the yellow ball. But how good is that? That was a miscue. Look at that miscue. It is a fall. It is a fall. You can choose either to take it to open up the balls, which is clustered. Let's wait and see. What is he going to do from here? His thought is quite different from my thought. 2 shots, guaranteed, and given to Romeo. How good is that opening going to be? The opening was good. But still, I don't think it is so good because that yellow ball is still intact and doesn't have a natural path. Unless or otherwise, something is done on the table, then he can go for the frame. But I want to go one step at a time. He still has control of that. He still has control of that. Really, he still has control of that. Even after when President Museveni has been sworn in today, we still have supporters of WII. Yeah, the voice you're hearing behind is wow. Really, ladies and gentlemen, look at that shot played by ONEK. That was a lovely shot. Occupying and at least taking full control of the corner pocket with leg of the screen farthest. Now advantage ONEK. But still, he can have ONEK snooker totally. If he played the skill shots well, Let's keep it locked here and wait. After when he has been given 2 shots, he failed to utilize the 2 shots, and now a chance is going in either side. Any of the players is capable of winning this frame. But remember, if Romeo wins this frame, it is game over. But if ONEK wins this frame, we are still going to witness other action still coming. Romeo, may I either choose to play a snooker? But how good these actions on the keyboard is going to be for that ball is going to determine if he is successfully going to snooker. Because right now, all what he did at the moment is at least to have at least another chance to open up that corner pocket. And that is a lovely shot, very lovely shot. That is a lovely shot. Very lovely shot. Another good shot. Now Romeo can have at least the snooker here. Half at least a snooker. He can either choose to open up, play the ball which is close to the black, and have those words totally snooker, or he plays the only yellow ball which is close to that. But how good will it be? It is good, but not so good, because that weight can be seen. If I were him, I was going to play the yellow ball which is very close to the black. With the stand shots, we'll snooker the 2 yellow, snooker the 2 reds. Now, a big bank shots of that one there would naturally take the keyboard to open up the corner pocket, which he has done it successfully, and open up the ball which was now looking as a problem to him. Advantage. Now red has advantage. Total advantage. Total advantage to the Reds. Romeo 10, ONEK 8, raised to 11. Remember, Romeo needs only 1. ONEK needs all the 3 frames to win this game. Yeah, in the house, watching live, we have Councillor-elect. For Panduan Ward. Councillor-elect Panduan Ward? I think for Panduan Ward. Yeah, that has been supporting Bodo Wine. So much I apologize for calling his name and mentioning. Ladies and gentlemen, in the commentary box, we have a number of fans here. I apologize if the voice is getting on the microphone. Please apologize. Accept my apologies. All I intend to give you is clear sound. Now the part of that ball is good. But is he going to have at least a natural part of the red ball which is only remaining on the table? I don't think so. They simply just going to pack it here. But now Romeo has full control of these balls here. Romeo has full control. He may choose to snooker in one more time and open up the balls, which is the problem here. At the same time, he may also choose to go farther of the screen. Have a roll of that balls in the corner pocket, top right. But how good will it be? The roll is good, but the pot is not there. Remember, this red ball can go into the right corner pocket, bottom of the screen. Just like that, but failed to do so. Inviting Romeo back on the table. Greetings, Tracy. Derek Terima, greetings. Jimmy, greetings. Obama Richard, greetings. Thank you for watching. Thank you for keeping it locked here. Bank shots to the corner pocket? No, he plays simply. Just to open up the ball. To be in space. He simply plays it just only to open up the balls and at least have it here to be in space. When he gets any chance, he can poke it. And that is what you need at the moment. Romeo is trying to check the pattern very well because of the 5 balls which is remaining on the table, the yellows, you need to pot them all, pot the black and win this. If not, this frame may go either side. You need this frame more than Alfred need it, and at the same time Alfred need this frame more than he need it at the same time. Let's wait and see. You can have the red snooker, place bank shots. How good is it? The bank shot was not good. The bank shot was not good.
ref win this frame, it is going to be a decider. Just like that.
witness of the on the table. On the screen we have now Tyson. Tyson is on the screen. Live and supporting. You are watching the battle between the two. I'm going to we have the battle again. Giving you the live we are about to settle what is in between us. Then at the same time, we are going to be having a matter with you. When you do the job, the sniper. Yes.
Sebab dia
The game that has been played
birwa. Wana wamer kulo birwa.
That is one thing we need to run in this fight. Please,